P&T just got SD'd. Fooled. We'll be RB after this. All right, let's raise the roof for Reza.
I love it. Tonight, I hope to show you a miracle. In order to do it, I need some help. Allison, would you join me? Cool. Give it up for Allison, everybody.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you. You probably noticed, Allison, we have something behind us here. Do you know what that is?
I don't know. I mean, it's paper.
More specifically, it's a giant piece of toilet paper.
Oh.
Okay, no, that's cool. We're gonna use it for a little art project. Allison, I need something from you. A playing card. Any card for a pack of cards, but we're gonna do it in an interesting way. Rather than just to have you select a card in a way that I could somehow manipulate, I would like you just to name a card just at random.
Ace of Hearts.
Ace of Hearts?
Yes.
Okay, deal. I don't want to forget it, so we're gonna record it over here on the paper. An ace and a heart. Just like that. Fair?
Sure.
The details. Now let's make this a little bit more interesting. Penn, would you also name any card at random, different than Allison's? Anything at all?
6 of diamonds.
The 6 of diamonds. Okay, cool. And Teller, in any way you'd like, would you give me a card as well? 8 of hearts. Correct? We'll do a 6. 6 of diamonds. And that was the 8 of hearts, correct? All right. 8 of hearts. Excellent. So 3 cards completely at random. I'm just curious, Allison, is there any reason why you chose the Ace of Hearts?
Just because I like aces and I like hearts.
The reason I ask you, though, is because before the show, I made a prediction that you would choose the Ace of Hearts. Do you believe me?
Sure.
No one has ever said yes before, but that's good. She believes me. Here, come on over. And I really did. I made a prediction, though, in an unusual way. Let me show you. I wrote a number, actually on a box of playing cards. Make sure this is fair. And you can see there really is a number on the box, correct? In fact, I'll show it to everybody. It's the number 14. And I believe that there's significance to this number. Come on over. I want you to actually deal 14 cards, face up, one at a time on the table, just like this. I'll give you the cards, I'll give you some space to work with, and one at a time, 14 cards. Go ahead.
Face up?
Yeah. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Stop right there. If the next card, Allison, is your card, the Ace of Hearts, would you freak out?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
So would I. That would be amazing. It'd be a miracle.
Yeah.
Allison, take the next card. Turn it over. Show it to everyone. In fact, hold it up. The Ace
That's crazy.
of Hearts.
That's really crazy.
I tell you what, actually, you keep your card.
Thanks.
I'll trade you for the rest.
Okay.
Let's try one more thing, just for fun. Let's make it a little bit more interesting. This time, I'm gonna riffle through the cards, like this, right? As I do, I want you to take your card. I want you to toss it inside the pack, anywhere you want, anywhere at random.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Any place, go for it. Right there. And push it in anywhere you want to. So that's fair, everything fair. You just randomly separated 2 cards from inside the pack, right there. The Ace of Hearts landed directly in between the 6 of diamonds and the 8 of hearts.
That's crazy. Good this is something you came up just for this show?
Yeah, I invented the method for this actually a long time ago, but I didn't have the trick to go along with it. So I kind of reverse engineered it. I took that method and I kind of built the trick for the show, and hopefully to fool Penn and Teller, but if not, just to at least entertain them.
So do any of your tricks ever go horribly wrong?
One of my first shows, I thought it would be a good idea to put some money on the line if the trick failed. So I had a big lock box. I filled it with all the money I had, all the cash. I put a lock on it, and then I had 5 keys. I told the audience that 1 key would be for me, they would choose it, the rest would be for the audience members. And if someone got the right key, they would take all my money. First key, unlocked it, and that sucked. From then on, no more money. I do magic with spray paint, cards, things like that.
Oh, yeah, well, you know what? Lesson learned. Yeah. Oh, I think we might have a decision. Boys?
It's a really good trick. It's a really good trick. And you've done a little bit of making the card trick a little bit bigger by having spray paint and stuff in it. You know, one of the things that people are always looking at when they're not magicians is they're looking at space and movement. But when you've been a magician for a little while, you're always looking at time. You know, and every time when there's just discussion or jokes or things going on, we've got a little ticker in our heads going, what could you do during that amount of time? What could you do during that conversation? We're always thinking that. We get little stopwatches going of what we'd be able to do in that amount of time. This is also about time. But even with all that considered, and all watching you do that, and all the moves looking all clean, it seems almost impossible. It seems like one single person couldn't possibly do a trick like that. But we think we have some idea how you did it. In all of my talking here, did I give you a little bit of a hint of what we think there? And do you think we might be right on that?
I think you've got me.
And it's an amazing trick, and you killed us. You just killed us. Beautiful.
So I'm guessing nobody's going to fill me in, but you know what they're talking about. Thank you for entertaining us, Reza.
Great trick, Reza. Great trick, man.
Thank you.
So good.
Up next, 2 magicians who together are the strong and silent type. Penn and Teller perform after this. Penn and Teller have been performing as a duo for 4 decades. Tonight, all that changes when they officially add not 1, not 2, but 500 other people to their act. Here to close our show, Penn and Teller and our entire studio audience.
You know, Allison, you've known us for a few years now. You know that we're rather patriotic fellas. And we go to any sort of big event, and they start with a national anthem. It's always so stirring and patriotic and wonderful. And we think it's wonderful, but just not enough. We think there should be more than a national anthem. We think there should be a national magic trick so that everybody can get into that feeling too. So we have one we've suggested, okay? So we're going to try it first with you. We've given you a little red hanky, okay? And the words are on the prompter. You just follow along with us and see if it works, okay? So it goes like this. Say it with me, Allison. Look, my hand is empty. Beautiful. Look. A little red hanky. Now watch this. Watch closely. Just follow us. Just like that.
Okay.
Not closely enough. It's gone. Beautiful. But a little whiffle dust. You can hop if you want. And it's back. Thank you. So imagine. Oh, thank you. Now we've given everyone in the audience little red hankies. You all got them? You all set? Now imagine you're Yankee Stadium right after the Star-Spangled Banner. Penn and Teller come out to lead the audience in this. You all set? Let's all rise for the national magic trick. Look at that. Looks nice, doesn't it? Look, my hand is empty. Look, a little red hanky. Watch closely. Not closely enough. It's gone. But a little whiffle dust, and it's back. Thank you. Play ball! Yes, nicely done. Beautifully done.
Dorothy, you got some badass magicians coming your way, like this one.
My great-grandmother was the first female magician to have her own television show called The Magic Lady in the 1950s. My grandmother, with my grandfather and his brother, started the Magic Castle in Hollywood. I grew up surrounded by magicians and watching a lot of card tricks. The adults I was around were like children themselves in a lot of ways. A lot of pranksters, you know? I never wanted to know how any of the magic was done. I still don't. I like magic that feels very dreamlike. There's a, and I love that. I think my grandmother would be so happy that I'm doing this tonight, and I would like to think she's here with me in some way. I'd like to make her proud.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the royal family of magic, Liberty Larson.
Thank you. Allison, would you come join me at the table, please?
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Allison, I am a fourth-generation magician from a family of magic, and I didn't start performing magic until a few years ago. It took me a while to surrender. But once I did, one of the first things I noticed about it is that I really don't like lying to people. And that's a real problem. It interferes with this job because it's kind of par for the course. Now, silent magic, not an issue. That's very honest to me. It's visual. Teller made the right choice. He will never have to deal with the kind of lying that I'm talking about. But as a magician, if you're performing as yourself, if you're performing as yourself and not a character, as soon as you open your mouth, it's sort of inevitable. You're just going to start lying. And I have really terrible magician's guilt. So when I sit here with you, on a very primal level, every cell in my body does not want to lie to you. So I'm not going to. So there. Allison, I brought a time machine with me to the theater tonight. Allison, this is the key to the time machine. I'd like you, if you would, to wear it around your neck and keep it safe.
Okay.
And don't worry, you're not going to travel through time. You're going to stay right where you are. I am going to use a little spark of your energy for this. So if you would, I'd like you to write a message to yourself at any age, something very short, just across here, something you'd like to tell yourself at a younger age.
Ah, let's see. All right.
All right. It says,
Oops.
choose happy. Oh, I know. I love it. All right, so I'm sorry. It's not about the message. But if you could just keep this safe.
Thanks.
And I'm going to fold up this half. Choose happy. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it under the veil of time. Allison, if you would you hold this very tightly for me?
Yes.
You got it?
Yes.
All right. Now, your message is going to go directly into a portal where it will travel back in time to your former self. You'll feel really good. You will choose happy. It'll move forward to a point earlier this evening where it will freeze, and that is how we're going to discover it. It feels so good to just be open and honest with you. It's just not have to lie to you. I retrieved the time machine from a man in the mountains of Belgium. And it has two components to it. This is the first. It is a portal. Now, many people don't know this, but all wine glasses are actually portals. Allison, have you ever had an experience with a piece of apparatus like this that took you somewhere really unusual and exciting?
Yes.
Then you know exactly what I'm talking about. And the other half of the time machine I keep in here because, Allison, it is very sensitive and very, delicate. And it is, especially sensitive to light. Allison, this is where time freezes.
Oh.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place the portal under the silk, and on the count of 3, you're going to drop your message inside and quickly put your hand over it so it can't escape, all right?
Okay.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Got it?
Yes.
Okay, may I take it from you?
Yes.
Can you hear it?
No.
Perhaps it's already passed through the veil? Allison. Allison, do you still have the key around your neck?
Oh, well, it's traveling somewhere else, but yes, there it is. Yeah.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, this could only mean one thing, which is that your message went through the portal, beyond the veil, reached your former self, jumped back to the moment just before I walked on stage where it froze itself in time in this little locked box. Would you please open this box for me?
Oh, sure. Oops.
All right. Would you feel the top of that?
Ooh,
What is it?
it's an ice cube.
It's real ice.
Yes.
Allison.
Wow.
Oh, slippery thing.
Very.
Allison, I don't want to touch it. Would you please?
Yes.
And would
Ooh,
you
it's
unfold
cold.
it? It's cold.
Very cold.
Is that your message?
Yes.
Does it match? Ladies and gentlemen, the time